Hey y'all, welcome to Reflecting Divinity. My name's Jamie. I'm an intuitive reader, and in today's Pick a Card reading, I am bringing through messages from Spirit around what is coming in for you at this time of the eclipses and the lunar eclipse upcoming, and then Halloween right after that, or Samhain, depending on what you celebrate. But the energy is intense and it's very much available and accessible to us in a particular way right now because the veil is thin, everything is heightened. So it's a very intense and potentially abundant time if we utilize it, if we tap into what's around us right now. So with that being said, I have two piles today. The first pile, I have emerald, and it's just a raw piece of emerald to mark the energy of pile 1. For pile 2, I have what's called blue stone, and it's actually some of the same stone that makes up Stonehenge. So 2 very strong crystal energies to work with. You can go ahead and pause the video and take some time to see which pile is calling to you. Trust your intuition. Take everything with a grain of salt and release what does not resonate with you. On that note, I will see you at your selected reading. Hi, pile 1. If you chose emerald, then this is your reading. So we'll start with a couple cards from the Halloween tarot deck. And I always just like tarot to start tapping into the energy of what's been going on for you. And so first thing, we have Knight of Wands with Hanuman and King of Swords, Viking. And the first thing that I'm noticing, especially with this deck, but there's a lot of masculine energy coming in, a lot of strength and resilience. And I am going to look up Hanuman. And so I've just looked up Hanuman to give some context because I did not know about this figure in Hinduism. So I'm just going to read a bit from Wikipedia. So Hanuman is a Hindu god and a divine companion of the god Rama. And as I was saying, I was picking up on the very kind of masculine energy of strength. And Hanuman's life, devotion, and strength inspired wrestlers in India. And he is viewed as an ideal combination of Shakti, strength, heroic initiative, and assertive excellence, and Bhakti, loving, emotional devotion to his personal god, Rama. Beyond wrestlers, he has been the patron god of other martial arts. He's also stated to be a gifted grammarian, meditating yogi, and diligent scholar. He exemplifies the human excellences of temperance, faith, and service to a cause. So to give some context there to the energies that are at play, there's masculinity, but there's also this devotion to a cause with Viking and Hanuman, dedication to a greater cause, to a purpose, to utilize their qualities and strengths, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally in serving. With the Knight of Wands, there's a lot of movement and passion and fiery energy. Whereas with the King of Swords, we have the energy of stillness, in contemplation, in being very much aware and in the conscious mind. And so this is balancing taking steps as well as making sure that you aren't rushing forward into something without consideration. That you can have both physical strength and mental strength. And in both of these images, there's bodies of water. So there's also this element of being very much tapped into the emotions. Having the sure footing to take a leap. I'm also getting the message that there's an awareness here of there's more at play than meets the eye, which is along the lines of the messages coming through that the energy is so potent with potentiality. It's about, yes, taking action to grab hold and make moves, but it's also the energy of really contemplating and sitting with what would best serve you in this time and how can you best work with it, right? So it's not haphazard. With the Viking, I'm getting a message around loss. And if the effort and the striving is worth what was lost. So that may resonate for some of you. And this is where that balance is coming in. And it's a message around just being cautious, not necessarily out of fear, but out of awareness that tapping in and taking leaps, rushing forward may not be in your best interest. You may get more than you bargained for. So that is something to keep in mind, pile one. But let's look into the energy a bit more. We're going to look at the Moonology card. Okay, so we have your commitment is being tested with first quarter moon. Yeah, so especially with this very masculine energy, there is that kind of idea of commitment being devoted to a cause and maybe having gone through some loss. And Spirit is saying to stay committed, that you don't have to rush forward for this to come to you in whatever you've been working toward, that it is happening. It can't be forced, because if you were to take it by force, you would end up losing more in the process. So it is about setting your sights high, to trust, to have faith that it will work out, and that you have the skills needed to stay the course. And that, again, with the energy just being much more heightened, it feels more intense, and it's pushing you maybe what feels like to be your limit, but you are more resilient and strong than you know in comparison to the energy. You are able to work with the energy rather than it taking over you. I hope that makes sense. So let's see how you're being called to work with the energy. with the Seasons of the Witch Oracle. Okay, we have crystals and herbs. Oh, what medicine, what sacredness to behold, a dash of healing straight from the mother's home. So this is interesting because you have this very masculine energy available at your fingertips. It seems to be very much a part of you, whether you're, whatever you identify as. It's more of like some energy that you can tap into. Everybody can tap into masculine or feminine energy. And with the lunar eclipse coming up, this may be a call to tap more into the feminine right now, into the energy of the maiden, mother, and crone, and working with crystals and herbs and many other types of resources that get you in touch with the earth. It feels like there's a need for groundedness, for security, for nurturing energy, because it feels like you have been really pushing yourself and have stayed very focused on what it is that you're wanting. And now that the energy is so strong and heightened right now, you're actually being called to step back a little bit while also staying the course. So it's finding that balance. And something that will help you is actually, what I'm feeling is like tapping into the energy of the Empress and the Mother. There's that surrender to allow things to unfold, but you aren't giving up what it is that you are searching for, what you are open to, what you are hoping for. So let's see what we have from your activations. Oracle, we have perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. Okay, so you have some heightened perception coming in. This is the energy that's really being activated for you as you are what it feels like coming up on this precipice that you've been working hard and striving and pushing for. And that's all well and good, but you're at the point where you are being asked to expand. Because what it seems like Spirit is saying is that it's like you've been climbing a mountain and you're about to emerge up to the top of the mountain and you don't know what to expect. And this is going to be a completely different environment than you have been used to. So the way of moving forward is shifting. And there is a lot of abundance on the top of this mountain, but are you going to be able to perceive it? Because it's going to show up in a way that you're not expecting, that you're not tuned into at this moment. And so Spirit's saying, this is going to take a shift from you, but to stay committed to what it is you want and just expand your perception. And by doing so, you're expanding your horizon, you're expanding what you're able to receive. And part of this expansion is by going more into the feminine, working with the earth, with the water, working with your emotions, tapping into the divine feminine and balancing out some of this. It's kind of like taking a breather at this time because, again, it feels like you've been moving and pushing and moving and pushing, and there may be some realization that some things have fallen away that you now can decide, okay, what do I actually still want in my life, and what do I want to bring back? What do I want to have moving forward or not have moving forward? And what is actually here available for me? So you may notice more activation within your third eye, in your imagination, in your creativity, in the vision you have. It could be developing more clearly, is what I'm feeling for you, pile one. So if you've been looking for a sign that's pertaining to a vision you have or some type of experience you were hoping to have in your third eye and taking it to the next level in your abilities, this is your sign that you're moving into this point and it's being given to you. You just have to notice how it's coming in for you and that it may be different than what you've been used to. So let's see what your final message is from the Halloween Oracle. Okay, we have Owl, wise seeing, wise action. Wow, yeah, so again, yeah, wise seeing, perception. Okay, let's see what it says. Silent, winged, and wise, all-seeing creature of the night, show me the way, I will follow you in flight. Owls have for thousands of years been part of folklore and have been considered a special or sacred animal. With their huge, forward-facing eyes and otherworldly appearance, they have been seen as both wise and as harbingers of the supernatural. There are many hundreds of species of owls, and almost all are nocturnal and carnivorous. Interestingly, they all have specially designed feathers that enable them to fly silently at night, giving them an incredible hunting advantage, sort of like having a stealth mode. Many deities were said to be able to change into owls, and perhaps the most famous was the Greek goddess Athena, who was famous for her strategy and intelligence. To this very day, the capital city of Greece, Athens, has Athena's owl as its symbol. Should the hooting owl come looking for you this Halloween, it indicates the need for wise counsel or further information before you make a decision. Considered action is warranted. Think before you act emotionally and ensure you think strategically, not impulsively. Yes. Pile one, that makes so much sense for you. And so the owl could be the symbol. Just be open to it, to any synchronicities around the owl. But yeah, that this is what it is. It's not being impulsive. It's being considerate and taking time to really think things through from a balanced place. And so that harmony of masculine and feminine and all of the elements coming in and helping you expand your perception, because this is what's coming in for you. And again, wise seeing, wise action. It's going to allow you to make the move on what's coming in for you, which feels very abundant and like the next level for you, pile one. And so be open to receiving, and that is the action ultimately. because you've done this hard work up till now. Now it's time to surrender and receive. So Pile 1, I hope this reading was helpful for you in some way. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, then hit that subscribe button. I wish you all the best. I give you my love. But until next time, bye Pile 1. Hi Pile 2, if you chose the blue stone, this is your reading. So we're going to start with the Halloween tarot cards to get an idea what's going on, what's in your life right now. So we have Queen of Cups, Gorgon, and we have Seven of Wands, Mummy. So with Queen of Cups, first thing I'm seeing is the idea of twisted up emotions and being driven by emotions without the balance of the other elements. And so there's something here about not having the full picture. I'm also getting the message around how you treat yourself emotionally. If you either lash out at others or you take that lashing out on yourself. For some of you, it feels like you feel you don't deserve connection with other people and that you've kept other people away. And so that could be that kind of lashing out or criticism of yourself to keep you from having a real connection with other people. So it feels like this is what Spirit is calling your attention to receive and to tap into energetically to bring into your life. The Seven of Wands, traditionally, there's that sense of like people being out to get you and you're trying to defend yourself. And feeling like you have people after you. And with this being the Mummy, there's a sense of keeping yourself tied up, right? Like literally bound and unable to see or interact or move. I mean, it's limiting. I'm also seeing with the cat here, there's a sense again of like having to protect yourself from outsiders. So maybe for some of you, you felt kind of shut down, and what it feels like is it stems from a self-esteem and self-worth feeling of not being good enough or lacking in some way, or other people being out to hurt you or get you. And this, very well could be based on something that's happened to you, right? That is a protective aspect of your life, but it's ultimately not serving you right now. So this is a time where it's saying to really notice this and pull in energy that will actually help you. So let's look at the Moonology card for you. Oh yes, we have a time for healing, balsamic moon. Yeah, so this is what's coming in for you, is healing. Healing for yourself, your sense of self, and allowing you to realize that you are worthy, that you are deserving of connection and deserving of grace like anyone else. With the Queen of Cups, I'm feeling a release of emotional pent up energy. I'm almost seeing like a cup allowing it to be drained because it's like filled so much it's drowning you out. So let's see how you're meant to work with this energy, this healing energy. So we have dark moon. In the dark of your heart lives new breath, waiting for you to release its ghost. Yeah, okay, so there's a release here, like I was feeling, and that makes sense within your heart. This is where you're being called to focus your energy and your attention at this time, because Samhain and Halloween, this energy of the lunar eclipse, then the dark moon, right? Lunar eclipse, it's going to bring in this healing energy for you, and all it takes for you right now is just turning your attention inward, working with your heart chakra, your emotions, releasing what's been building up. This is what's coming in for you. This is all going to be washed away, and you're going to be a new you, right? So let's see. We have, for the activations oracle, we have tantric journey. The frequency of tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold, about to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. Okay, so maybe this is a call for you to take a journey of your own, like a ritualistic journey, where what I'm feeling is, for most of you, this is a solo ritual, but it will be healing for you as well as for your relationships with others. And especially reaching the state of wholeness and completion through sensual experiences. This is you experiencing what feels like a part of yourself that you haven't felt safe to explore or worthy enough to explore. So pile 2, this healing journey, this tantric journey, is getting in touch with yourself, literally, figuratively, in a way that you have not done before. And I'm feeling a healing from your heart to your root. This kind of core part of yourself, the foundation of who you are. There's so much healing that you will receive when you begin to allow it in, and the energy is very ripe for this, pile 2, and it will bring you so much in the way of blessings in opening up your life to more abundance and happiness and connection, that what it feels like you've been craving but have avoided out of fear of rejection, fear of, perceived failure in relationships with others and connection with others. And this ultimately, it comes down to your acceptance of yourself. And so there's a practice of self-love here and forgiving yourself. And it's interesting, I'm seeing the, in the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, and his heart growing in size. That's what it feels like you're receiving, especially toward yourself. And I'm saying there's a new awakening here, and especially with the mummy. You're going to be coming back to life in some way and releasing some sort of trauma or just pent up energy that is no longer serving you because it was holding you back, and literally holding you back from yourself. Pile 2. So let's see what your final message is from the Halloween Oracle. Oh yes, the witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. So I'm going to read from the book. I love that image and the colors. I mean, I just want to point out the reddish orange to yellow to green. Those are the colors of the root chakra up to the heart chakra. So using those colors to tap in to these centers will be very helpful for you. The witch. Earth, air, fire, water. A woman lovely, a woman strange. Weaver of the worlds, moon's daughter. Witch, the catalyst for change. Witches have had a bad PR day for a couple of millennia now. Originally, the healers or cunning women of the village, the very word witch comes from the Celtic word Wicca, meaning weaver or wise. When the new religion of Christianity spread through the land, the custodians of the old pagan ways, in part witches, were labeled as evil and, as we know from history, persecuted. They were driven underground or under the night sky into the shadows of misunderstanding and darkness. However, for the purposes of Halloween, let's look at witches as the weavers of magic and change. Through spells and rituals, and even through herbal recipes, yes, often brewed in a cauldron, they weave the powers of this world and the next in synergy to solve problems and heal. Holding the witch card means that you can weave your own change throughout your life, and that magic, indeed, is afoot. You must understand that you have power, and it is real. It may also indicate that others may be threatened by your developing personal power, and that they may not appreciate or like the changes in you as you grow. Be prepared for this and do not be discouraged. New friends and better opportunities will be attracted instead. Yes, pile 2. So this is about your own personal power, your own magic, as you are the witch. And like it was saying, there's that kind of discordance if on one hand you're perceived as the witch, you're weird, you're rejected, you're outcast, you're considered all these negative things. And the reality of it is that you are a healer, you are a creator, and you are in tune. And this is a time for you to open this up within your life, to go on this healing journey, open yourself up to sensuality, to the earth and her ability to create, her fertile nature. It's about accessing this part of yourself, giving her love, giving her healing, and allowing her to come to the surface. This is about an energy. This is the divine feminine energy that is calling out to you to be recognized, to be seen. Because it doesn't matter if there are people who do reject that part of you. That's going to happen no matter what, unfortunately. It's the people who will be blessed by seeing you for who you are and this part of you, this whole you are going to be blessing other people in ways that it totally outweighs any of the rejection. I know it's an intense, energetic time for healing, but that's what makes it so great, because there's so much potent potential here. And Spirit is supporting you in this. So have yourself a little ritual. Whatever feels right for you. It can be as small or as big as you want. Pile 2. But so much is coming in for you at this time. So I hope this reading was helpful for you in some way. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, then hit that subscribe button. But I wish you all the best. I give you my love. Until next time. Bye, Pile 2.